Yeah, so Indeloy are a value-added reseller in the IT industry, focusing on hardware and software solutions primarily. And we are just in our sixth month of trading. My name's Jamie Sleigh, and I'm one of the directors and co-founders for Indeloy alongside Dave Marion. Yeah, we were using QuickBooks. It did the job financially. Financial records. It was spot on, but it just lacked the depth. I think when you're in an IT environment, especially reselling equipment in fairly high volume, it's not really designed to do that. Yeah, well, I mean, we've used different systems in the past. So Dave and I are familiar with, NetSuite, Dynamics, or an old version of Dynamics, Navision. We've used Oracle and SAP, and it came across as part of that evaluation criteria as a really good-looking, smart tool. But I think the big selling point, honestly, was the investment that Microsoft had made in the automation and integration into 365. I think it has the ability to really take away a lot of that monotonous sort of day-to-day transactional work, and make it easier, make it more automated. So it really jumped out at us. Yeah, I mean the tool itself. I mean it does all the things you want it to do. The whole requisition to pay process. Quote to order. It keeps your customer details. It runs reports. It has everything that you need at your fingertips. The nice thing about it being cloud-based as well is you can get it anywhere on the go, which is fantastic. I mean, most companies last year, I imagine, obviously had to adapt to a more off-premises solution. And I've been a big fan of cloud solutions for a long time. I used NetSuite previously to this, and it just makes your life so much easier running a business remotely. So it looked good. It did all the core bits we needed, but that automation and integration was just the icing on the cake. Really, it seemed to go one step further than what the other solutions were offering. Yeah, well, it kind of came out of left field for us really because we were going through an evaluation process with a couple of vendors, and we'd had some fairly sizable, fairly scary quotes come back. We just started out. We're a few months in. There's only two, three members in the team, and we were talking about a huge amount of investment, and time and effort in getting up to speed and training and everything else. And one of the contacts in the industry put us in touch with you guys. We had the intro call, and I mean, immediately it was pretty clear just how quick and how seamless you guys could potentially deploy this solution for us. And I think that the I don't know I don't know exactly what it's called, so forgive me, Joe. I'm sure you know, but the solution that you offered, sort of getting you up and running within sort of 10, 15 days, it's just music to our ears. Really, it was just what we we're looking for. Yeah, well, the project was ideal. I mean, the first call we made it very clear that we've been around the industry for quite a long time. We're very familiar with these types of tools and systems. And the really nice thing was, CPIT actually listened to that and went, right, we don't need to sell you a 2 days PowerPoint presentation on how to project manage this solution, and we don't need to do this, that, and the other, which you typically get all that extra padding in those solutions. So it was nice that you guys just went, right, okay, let's get straight down to business. Let's do the training. Let's do the implementation. So from that point of view, I was really impressed with that because you listened to what we were saying, and it meant that we got the training and the deployment done pretty quickly. And I think the nice thing with the project as it progressed, I mean, very quickly, as you say, we took stock after a couple of days, and we realised that actually what we thought we needed wasn't quite what we needed. We actually needed a little bit of a little bit of extra features enabled. And again, we had a chat with you guys about it. Realized it midway through. We were able to flex the project. I think the end date actually stayed the same, so we were still able to complete on the original date and get the extra training and the extra functionality added. And it's exactly what we needed. Yeah, well, I definitely think it was a success. Yeah, I mean, there's three of us trained up in what, 2 to 3 days. Everything's deployed so far, from what I can see, effectively. And yeah, I think Marco was spot on as well from a training perspective. So yeah, it's very clear, concise in what he was saying, and explained everything in a really good way. We threw a few weird questions at him. I think there was one issue with one of the licenses that we sort of really pushed his knowledge on. But to be fair, if it wasn't for Marco going through the level of detail that he did, I don't think we would have realised that we were missing that functionality midway through the training. So he saved us a lot, really. He saved us getting to the end and then realising that we missed something crucial, and then having to come back and redesign it. And I think one of the bits I think I said to you, Joe, was he actually listened again to what we wanted long term, what the business aspirations were for year one, year two, and he actually built that in right at the beginning. Even though he knew we weren't going to use it from day one, it was already there. So when we unlocked this, when we realized that we needed this extra functionality, he was just able to click the button. Yeah, I've already planned for it. It was already there for year one. There was no delay, no going back and redesigning. It was spot on. It was all very seamless, to be honest. I think the intro call right at the beginning, when we're sort of setting out, is this the right solution for us? Can you guys help us? Very good feeling from the whole thing. You're welcomed in. You meet all the key individuals straight away. And then I think as you went through each section, I think we talked about support. We met the support team. We talked about the training. We met Marco for the training. Yeah, everything was quite methodical, quite well structured. Everyone was very friendly, very talkative. Everyone's got the cameras on these days, of course. So you get that kind of face-to-face feel, but without being face-to-face. Yeah, it was just very well organized, very seamless, very friendly service, really. Oh, I mean, yeah, it's a no-brainer for me, really. I mean, the whole from I'm a customer experience person. I pride myself on doing the best I can for customers, and I think that's one of the first things that I've been really impressed with Cooper Parry is, say, everyone I've spoken to, every part of the process, even if it was just saying hello briefly to the support team or something like this, it was very, very customer centric, customer focused, clearly. And it makes you feel good. You're well informed. You know what's happening, and then alongside that, of course, the actual process of implementing training is well oiled. It's methodical. It works. It's efficient. So yeah, I mean, it's a no brainer if you're looking to roll out a system like this. I mean, yeah, you guys were spot on, and from our point of view, in terms of as we grow, as the company develops, we know that we've got a partner that works like that, who treats customers that well. It just means that it's a lot of flexibility for us as we go forward, and we'll be doing that with Cooper Parry. I think the nice thing is the foundation that we have here with the Kickstart plus the additional functionality that we took around sort of inventory. It probably gives us the foundation that we need to get through year one, possibly a little bit longer, depending how the industry moves. But I think the future for us is probably going to be around the reporting functionality, getting the tool to do more of the automation. I think Marco alluded to some of the automation deployments that he's done in similar companies in the industry that kind of jumped out at us as, oh, that's something we're definitely interested in. So I think it's all about working smarter, getting it more automated, and seeing how the tool can work for us a little bit harder in the future. I think that's where the relationship with Cooper Parry and Indeloy will be focused, I think, over the next few months and next year or so. Yeah, very impressed with the whole thing. The service, the deployment, the speed, the flexibility. When we found that we wanted to do something slightly different than planned, it was just, yeah, very well managed. Expectations were always very clear. I was always kept well informed, very friendly, delivered very well. Just yeah, very happy to have been introduced to you guys, and even happier to have been able to deploy the solution, and looking forward to seeing where it goes in the future.